Hello everyone, welcome to Inspiración Production Behind the Scenes. I am leader of this team, Wen Liao, and this is my team.
Originally, it was just an idea of two kids having fun in their dream with race car and sword fight, but after a big discussion, it became a plot twist of a game console advertisement, which is pretty unexpected, I would say.
Yeah, we have thought it to add out it as an advertisement. By the way, our characters in our story are Ricky and Draco. Ricky is the cold and mysterious boy, while Draco is the hot-tempered. Throughout the whole story, they compete against each other using race cars and sword fight in order to obtain the grand prize, the game console.
In the beginning of the project, our story started out to be a slow pan of the interior of the shop, a slow introduction to our story, but due to the time restraint, we have to cut it short into what we have now. Yeah.
We are hoping to show in our short film about the kidness and their imagination, how kids are competitive and childish. They would do anything to get their dream game console and even more demanding of it when there is a competition. You can understand our short film as two games content via the main parts in our short film. Our first game is Ultimate Race Car. It is the part where Ricky discovers the Game Boy and Draco joins a race to find games looking for it. The next game is Samurai vs. Knight. Here we will show how cute and determined of their will to fight for the Game Boy. We actually planned to make the end scene of the fight into a 360-degree camera view, but turns out it wasn't a scene we were looking for. So we changed it into end scene with two of our fighters racing their true powers. Personally, I think it's quite impressive that we were able to finish the scene in one day. Lastly, we have a plot twist at the end. We made it an advertisement to give you guys a surprise.
As you all know that Ricky was the mysterious character and Draco was the hot-tempered one, so I gave Ricky blue and Draco orange red to show the contrast of color between them and suitable for their personality. And Night Toy was matched to Ricky to show sturdiness, heavy and powerful. And with that we show the broad shoulders, slim waist, and Samurai Toy to Draco with the slim figure to show his agility and speed. Our interior and main location of our animation is in a toy shop, filled with different toys, kids stuff, and most importantly racing cars and action figures like Samurai Toy and the night. Cool colors are the night scenes with a little warm color from the outside using the light lamppost color, which is orange, which made contrast.
I am a story artist and the animator for this project. So my job is to draw a storyboard from the story that's written and directed by a director, and I have to visualize it and then put up all the pacings, all the angles. Of course, we all discuss this together, but I have to draw it out, do it out, and visualize everything. And my challenge is that there was a time we have to change our story due to the duration for the project, and we have to change it within few months. It is quite a limited amount of time, so we have to cut short all of our story, make it short and make sense, and everything is still there, the story is still there, our art direction is still there, all the angles are still there, but we have to change some parts to make it look good, to make it have sense to our story. So yeah, that's a challenge.
Actually, I didn't have any. Sorry. Actually, I didn't have any problem during the modeling session. The only thing was it was quite time restraining when I was modeling the 4 characters, which it was quite a challenging times that time. But other than that, I didn't have any problem. But only during the rendering session, there was a problem coming out where like my night's scratches was too much, which I needed to take it down afterwards, and my character's t-shirt has the UV problem, which shows the texture have another problem coming out. My hair, the Draco's hair was quite jelly-like when the animators animating it and rendering out looked like jelly. So I think that was the only problem during my modeling times.
So I am the rigger for Ricky and Rico.
And I'm the rigger of the samurai at night.
Alright, so rigging is very new for us. We only spent 1 month learning rigging in our class and we are still confused. But we do know some of the basics. Not some, just the basics. So most of our rigging we have to learn by ourselves through the internet. And for the joints, we do have some problem for orienting the joints because we are still quite confused for the primary axis or X and positive negative to start. And after that, we have to put in the controllers. At first, we are not sure how to redo the fingers controllers because we have to do it offset. And we use some scripts from the internet.
Yeah. And it's working technical.
Quite fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Until some parts we have to manually refine by ourselves, and in a way we found out how, so which is good for us. So for our IK and FK part, when we skin the character, we realize that when we switch from FK to IK, we got something like this. So we end up scratching that idea for using FK and IK blend, and we take out FK, so it's IK only.
Yeah, because our character need to hold the voice and sword. So for the IK only, easier for us to parent constrain them instead of like FK.
And then when it comes to skin part, that part is still okay, it's easy. And after that, it's the pain weight. Now that is killing us.
Yeah.
Because we totally have no idea how we should do the pain weight. And like the joint and it moves the skin, how is it supposed to be, how many influence it is supposed to be. So we had to experiment by ourselves, and it took us quite a long time to do it. And in the end, there's still some problems, but yeah, after we animate it, and we try to fix the pain weight from the scenes only, from the camera view.
For my samurai part, I think the most difficult is the body armor need to go with the shirt. So I use quite a lot of time painting with there. And at the shoulder there, I have a string connect the shoulder armor with the body armor.
And then comes to the blend shape, which only Ricky and Rico did the blend shape for the facial expression. At first, we want to do it for joints, for all the facial expression, but in the end, we can't make it, so we use the blend shape. And the problem with blend shape is also we haven't tried before, we never did before, so everything is our first hand. And we have to drag the topo, make sure the topo looks good and expression is there. And when you mirror to the other side of the face, you have to make sure it's equal to. So for the blend shape, the technical difficulties, yeah, I did found out some problem is that once I move the controller, the blend shape doesn't follow. So it was a small mistake there when I was doing blend shape, but in the end we still fixed it within 1 day.
For the ultimate shot, we're using two animals, which is snake and rhino. He animated the snake and I animated the rhino.
Right, so for the animals animation, it is also our first time animating animals. So we had to do some research for the snake and the rhino. So my part was snake, I had to watch a lot of videos of the snake moving around, following its body, like how it moves. And when it comes to the animation, the rig, there's a problem with the rig. So we had a lot of challenge for animating a snake, and it took us 3 days for me to animate the snake.
I think animate the rhino is quite a big challenge for me as it's the first time I animate it and it's a big, strong, heavy, and I need to make it run and tackle. So I also watched a lot of movie again and again and again to see the movement, to catch the muscle, the legs. Yeah.
Okay, so basically we have rendered a normal map for our character, so we can use the normality effect to enhance the lighting while compositing. We also use the normality to do our rim light for character because that is the easier and the faster way. And we choose V-Ray as our render engine because it is fast and realistic. Besides, it has a lot of choice to separate the passes.
The render time for environment is around 17 to 20 minutes and both samurai and night took around 15 minutes because the longer time, the nicer quality. To save the time, we also use a still image and other effects to track for the still background. Due to some random mistakes, we also try to help refine the animation arcs in other effects.
Okay, so we have applied the simulation for the polystring and the car scene to make our shot looking more natural and realistic. Other than that, for our car light, we have used the anamorphic lens flare so that to make our shot film looks more nicer and more quality.
When color compositing, we figure out that the surface of table is too bright and white. As there is a spotlight on top of it. Thus, the color of the solution broke the light bulb when someone is releasing its power, so the environment will be more darker and the effects can be nicer with glowing blue. Also, it shows the snake for samurai as the snake is more agile and slick, which fits the description of samurai. And in order to make the snake more fearsome, we use fire as a light element.
Okay, for rhino. Rhino is a stallion-looking animal, and night masks look like rhino horn. We use lightning for the night and rhino because the color of the character match to the lightning effect.
Thank you everyone for enjoying our animated short film. We want to thank to Michael C. and Brian Lai for fully guiding us, improving us, giving us feedback, and sharing their experience with us. And most important, we want to thank to our family for supporting us. Thank you.
Loud.